Thanks for joining us today. My name's Joni Ogg, and on behalf of TravelProfessionalNews.com, HomeBasedTravelAgent.com, and FindAHostTravelAgency.com, I want to welcome all of you to today's webinar, and thank you for taking time out of your day to be here with us. Now, today's topic is one I'm really excited about. I get to welcome my very, very dear friend, Mary Pat Sullivan, who's with North Star Travel Group, to our virtual stage today. We've been friends and colleagues for I don't know how many years, but a really, 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 really long time. And it's just always so much fun to have her here with us to tell us about the upcoming CruiseWorld event that's going to take place in Fort Lauderdale in November. Now, Mary Pat is lots of things, and they're all good, but she is the Executive Vice President of Marketing and Partnerships, managing the messaging, branding, and customer partnerships for the North Star Travel Group brands. She has over 35 years of travel publishing, marketing, and industry relations experience. And she oversees strategy and direction for Travel Weekly, Travel Agent West, Travel Pulse, the Information Products Group, events and audience marketing, and collaborates with brand and marketing leaders to foster the marketing vision and strategy for the BTN Group, Burba Hotel Network, and Focusrite, as well as corporate marketing strategy and needs. She's a busy lady. You will hear her often familiar voice on webinars and, of course, on stage at all of their events. She has a BA in communications from St. John's University and is married to her college sweetheart and has two beautiful children, Dylan and Colleen, and her grandchildren, her grandgirls, Stella and Tilly, who are just adorable. So please remember that you're all muted, but we do welcome your questions. You can type those in the questions area that you see on the right-hand side of your screen. And when the presentation is over, we're going to take as many questions as we can. And today, 5 lucky attendees are going to win complimentary registration to this year's CruiseWorld, which is just awesome. So look forward to seeing you there because I'm looking forward to being there. And we will be sending the list to Travel Weekly, and they will go ahead and advise who has won that. So I'm going to turn the microphone over to Mary Pat so we can get started. Welcome, my friend.
Thank you, Joni. I feel really old now that you read my bio. And I'm kind of glad that the audience is on mute so they can't comment on my bio. Anyway, Joni, one of my dearest friends in the industry, and really one of the people that helped us when we launched this event, which is now 12 years ago, I think. But Joni, you've been instrumental in this event from the very beginning because you are so well tuned in to the travel advisor community. And so I'm really forever grateful for that. So I'm going to take the audience through a little bit of what CruiseWorld is all about. I hope if you have questions that you share them with Joni, and I'm probably going to pull Joni in here and there to talk about it a little bit. And so CruiseWorld is one of many events that we do here at North Star. We are several travel advisor events. CruiseWorld is our largest of our travel advisor events in the industry. We also do Global Travel Marketplace and Global Travel Marketplace West and the Future Leaders in Travel Retreat, all of which are appointment-based events. At CruiseWorld, it's really more of a exhibitor showcase and opportunity to do training. And so I'm going to take you through all the different training opportunities to hear from the industry leadership. It's a real mixed bag of everything you might need to grow your business for 2025 and beyond, because we do this event at the end of November, middle of November, and I'll take you through some of the specifics. Here's the dates, November 6th to the 8th. We are once again in our home in Greater Fort Lauderdale at the Broward County Convention and Visitors Center. Has been our home for this event forever. We had a little bit of a blip when we left for Miami when the convention center was under construction. We're so happy to be back. And for those of you that join us, there is more construction happening there because this beautiful Omni Hotel is being added right there at the convention center. And we're excited to see that come to fruition as well. So our hosts, as I said, are the team from Visit Lauderdale and the destination, which has been our partner in this event for many, many years. Beautiful, beautiful location. Our host hotels are right there. You can walk to the convention center and our event from the host hotels, and plenty of opportunity to experience the dining and the events and the opportunity and the marina tours and all the good stuff that's there in Fort Lauderdale. So we hope that you join us and see the destination as well. So what is CruiseWorld? I want to take you through a little bit of what we do here at CruiseWorld. CruiseWorld brings the entire industry together. We have opportunities for educational workshops, general sessions, networking. The networking is a huge part of this event. You have almost 1,000 travel advisors joining us for this event. It's a chance to talk to each other, learn from each other. You're going to be in breakout sessions together. You're going to be sitting next to each other at lunch and events. I've seen so many businesses and partnerships develop as a result of being here at CruiseWorld. Actually, when we get to the part about the workshops, Joni kind of changed her business and made some changes based on meeting some people at CruiseWorld. So we'll talk about that too. But there's a chance to learn from each other, learn from the industry. We have so many suppliers joining us. One thing to know about this event, it is the entire industry. It is not just our cruise partners that are with us. Obviously, they're an important part of this event, but our exhibitor list spans every part of the travel industry: destinations, hotels, tour operators, car rental organizations, you name it, they're there, technology providers, because they're all there to meet with the active sellers of the travel industry. So who attends? People like you, the home-based travel professionals, cruise specialists, luxury specialists, you name what your specialty is, there'll be opportunities for you to learn and grow your business. And it's not just new to the industry. We have, if you looked at our breakdown of attendees, it is very much a mix. We probably have a portion of our event is brand new to the industry, maybe several months into the industry to a couple of years into the industry. Then we have experienced professionals really just kind of needing a little bit of their mojo back. They want to come, and maybe you're one of those people that needs something to kind of reignite your passion for this business, to learn something new, to grow your portfolio. So it's a real mix. You'll meet a little of everybody at CruiseWorld this year. Why attend? The connections are so important, folks. So many opportunities to meet face-to-face with suppliers. That's how your relationships grow. That's how you determine what products and services you want to sell. The educational sessions are a hallmark of CruiseWorld. We have educational content Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at CruiseWorld. We'll take you through each of those specifics in a moment, but there's plenty of opportunity. The number of workshops is growing by leaps and bounds every year because that's what the advisors tell us they want. They want to learn more from the suppliers, and they want to learn more from each other. You'll hear from majority of the industry leadership throughout cruise, tour, and destination taking the stage with us over the 3 days of the content, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday as well. We have several ship tours this year, and the good news, folks, is we still have opportunity, if you haven't signed up for CruiseWorld yet, for you to take advantage of some of these ship tours. This year we have ship tours Tuesday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I'll take you through all of those as well, but it's a chance for you to get on board, take some social media images to share with your customers, see the real hardware. There's so many new ships and there's so many new things happening in the industry, so it's a chance to get on board and see for yourselves. And then, really important to just sharpen your skills, learn more about what's happening, what you need to know to grow your business. This year, we're really excited. We've partnered with Disney, and all of Disney destinations will be joining us on Tuesday for a session that no competition, it's just Disney. You can learn all there is throughout their portfolio. We're going to talk about Disney destinations. We're going to talk about Disney Cruise Line. We're going to talk about Nat Geo Expeditions, which is a really cool part of the Disney portfolio. We're going to talk about Adventures by Disney River Cruises. So you can really learn a little bit of everything about what Disney has to offer. We're also going to look at the Lindblad Expeditions partnership. So Europe, Disney, around the world, we'll talk about Hawaii, we'll talk about their properties there. So it's a chance to really see all the different places that you can share with your clients that Disney touches. In addition, that day, there will be a ship tour in the morning, Tuesday morning, a Disney ship tour, and there's also a Disney ship tour on Saturday. So 2 different opportunities to explore the Disney ships that will be in port while we're there. Here's our full roster of ship tours. We're going to take you through those now. Disney Magic, as I said, sold out, but folks, sign up because things can change and we may have more opportunities. So even though that Tuesday ship is sold out now, if you get on the roster and you get on the wait list, you may very well get in. We have Celebrity Reflection, Disney Dream on the weekend, MSC Seascape, Norwegian Joy, the Freedom of the Seas, the Icon of the Seas, also sold out, but again, there are always opportunities that come up. This is their very first opportunity to have a Seabourn ship tour as well. Seabourn Quest is in port. The Sun Princess, brand new ship. Many of you, or some of you may be joining Princess in October for the first sailings here in the States, but we will have the Sun Princess as well right there in Fort Lauderdale. The Carnival Celebration, the Celebrity Apex, and New Amsterdam, Holland America's New Amsterdam. So many opportunities, and if these are ships that may not be brand new, but that you haven't seen, this is an opportunity to see these ships in person, take some visual images, share what you've seen with your customers. These ship tours offer you a chance to tour the hardware and to also experience some of the beautiful stuff too, right? There'll be a little champagne, maybe a meal, depends on the ship, depends on the cruise line, but a great opportunity to experience for yourself in port. So we have ship tours both in Fort Lauderdale and Miami. And the ship tours in Miami, we provide transportation to and from Miami. The Exhibitor Showcase, you'll all be happy to know I'm not going to read the list of exhibitors to you, but you can see by this list just how diverse our supplier portfolio is. The number of accommodations, air carriers that are on site, consortia, host, franchises. Joni, this is near and dear to your heart, but we know that advisors come to this event looking to either find an affiliation, change an affiliation, see if they have the right partners right now. And so there's a chance for you to explore all of these companies while you're there. You'll hear from some of them on the general session stage as well, but it's really an opportunity to shop for your business, not just for products and services, but for business decisions. You can see the large portfolio of cruises as well and destinations, river cruise companies, you name it, they're going to be there joining us at CruiseWorld. There's more than 200, I think, cruise partners joining us in the Exhibitor Showcase, and it's still growing. Look, we haven't done DMCs. We have insurance companies, professional services, rail tours, tour operators. So folks, anybody that you might want to do business with is going to be there on the show floor. The other thing about the Exhibitor Showcase, it is a one-day event. We've been doing this a long time now, 12 years. We've gone back and forth with what makes the most sense. And our advisors have told us they want to be focused on content when they're focused on content. They want to be shopping for their business at a specific time. So the trade show is only on Thursday. We have a one-day trade show. You get to go in there, spend as much time as you can, making partnership, exploring all the products and services that are there. You can win some cool prizes on the Exhibitor Showcase floor. We have lots of our suppliers that offer really cool prizes for participating. So there's some opportunities there as well. But this will be only on Thursday. And then on Wednesday, Thursday morning, and all day Friday is content for you to learn together. So I'm not going to take you through the specifics of the program because it could take me hours. We have tons of content, but that QR code right there, you can scan that. It'll take you to the program, which is now live, and it continues to be finessed. So if you don't see something there that you want to know if we're going to have, you can reach out to me and I'll let you know if we're adding to the program, or you can reach out to our team. There's plenty of ways to reach out to us, ask any questions, make recommendations, because we're always adding to the program. We also have really good partners that are sponsoring and joining us for meal functions. So your meals will be included Wednesday afternoon for lunch, and that is sponsored by Carnival Cruise Line. Wednesday is Carnival Day at CruiseWorld, so Carnival will be your host for the entire day. We will have the entire portfolio of Carnival brands taking the stage on Wednesday, and we'll have the presidents from every single Carnival line there with us. We'll have Carnival Cruise Line hosting lunch for you that day, and then a group of workshops in the afternoon, and then a follow-up general session on Wednesday afternoon. Thursday's general session brings to you the Royal Caribbean team. We'll have the Royal Caribbean brand presidents on Thursday. We'll also have a really cool presentation from the people you know best, the sales and marketing leads at these lines. So Vicky Freed from Royal Caribbean, Joe Leone from Silver Sea, Katina Athanasiou, and I can't always pronounce her name right, Katina, who I love. The three of them will join on stage together and share some updates on those three brands of the portfolio on Thursday afternoon. And Friday's lunch host is Norwegian Cruise Line and Norwegian Holdings. So you will have John Trineski, again, quite a character. Everybody in the industry knows John and loves John. He'll be taking the stage on Friday. In addition to John, the Royal Caribbean, the Holland American, I can't speak today, guys. The Norwegian Holdings team will be taking the stage. We'll have Harry there as the CEO. We'll also have Frank Del Rio Jr. and Nikki Upshaw from Oceana joining us on Friday afternoon. So lots of content there. Thursday morning's breakfast is sponsored by MSC Cruises. So the MSC team will be there on Thursday morning. And Friday morning's breakfast is going to be kind of cool, folks. What we're doing on Friday morning is something we've never done before. Instead of having one sponsor, we're going to bring some individual small ship cruise lines up there, the presidents of those cruise lines. Names many of you probably know. We'll have Dondra Ritzenthaler from Azamara joining us on stage. We'll have Chris Austin from Explorer joining us on stage. We'll have Chris Prelog from Windstar joining us on stage. We'll have James Rodriguez from Atlas joining us on stage. And I'll come to the other one. There's one more person joining us on stage as well. So tons of opportunity to see and hear from the leadership throughout the industry. This is just an example. Here's all of our workshop sponsors. So on Wednesday afternoon, on Thursday morning in 2 separate banks, there will be workshops available. These are training programs built by your partners at the supplier organizations. You'll be able to kind of craft your own schedule. What do you want to learn? What do you need to know about? And you can pick and choose. So you'll have an opportunity to go to 2 banks of sessions on Wednesday, 2 banks of sessions on Thursday. So just supplier specific. So an opportunity to learn from all of these suppliers, and you can pick and choose what works best for you. One of the workshops, then this is where I'm going to call Joni in for a minute. On Wednesday morning, we have a few banks of workshops Wednesday morning. One of them will be hosted by your very own Joni Ogg and Jesse. So Joni, I'm just going to ask you to unmute yourself for a minute and join me, because I think it's kind of cool that you're doing this session. This is a decision that a lot of people need to make. And so I'd love for you to talk a little bit about just why you want to present at CruiseWorld and what it means to you.
Well, hi, thank you, Mary Pat. Well, it means so much to me because I've been, as you said, from the very beginning when you guys started this show, and I've been a part of it. So it's kind of like family, and I'm really looking forward to being there again this year. I'm not sure, this may actually be my last CruiseWorld, as I mentioned to you, Mary Pat, which is kind of like freaking me out. So I'll probably change my mind between now and then, do it again next year.
Better. I'm hoping.
I know, you know how it is, right? But nonetheless, it's been fantastic. But this session is going to be super fun because I've been fortunate enough to be able to participate at each one of these events and do sessions. And this one, I'm going to bring in Jesse Morris to the session with me. Now, Jesse, we brought Jesse on as an independent contractor with us as what we call our brand manager. And I actually met and got to know Jesse through Mary Pat a few years ago when I interviewed him, and he was relatively new in the industry, and he has been amazingly successful. He works with a host partner, and he has a credible agency. He's done so well. And we thought, well, he's the perfect guy to talk about what we do. So he's going to be there with us. He'll be there with me at the booth as well. So we're kind of excited about that. And he and I are going to do this session on talking about host agencies and maximizing the relationship, which he has already proven to be successful doing. So I thought it'd be real fun to have him there to kind of share the tips about how to make that relationship really work for you. I'll kind of go over the basics of what you need and why you choose, and he'll kind of go to how you make money with it, which is a very important thing. So I'm looking forward to that. So thanks for the opportunity to talk about that, Mary and Pat. It's gonna be a fun session.
Well, Joni, if I could get you involved across the board, I would, because I love having Joni as my partner in crime. So I'll let Jesse do this session as long as you agree to join me at the think tank on Wednesday night, because that's something else that Wednesday morning we have content, Wednesday afternoon we have the general session, Wednesday evening we do this think tank. And Joni and I have done this together for probably a decade now. This year our think tank sponsor is Scenic and Emerald, and Ken Muscat, who's the managing director of Scenic and Emerald, will be joining us for that think tank on Wednesday night. And he's the person I forgot is on the panel on Friday morning. So Ken's going to be there twice, but Ken will be with us on Wednesday night. And what Ken's going to do in that think tank is he wants to talk a little bit about how his career evolved throughout the industry, talk about kind of the growth of your own personal journey in the travel industry. And I think it's, I've been in this business, as Joni unfortunately pointed out, 35 years, a long time, but it's kind of cool to hear people's progression and what makes you do something. We see people changing careers even 50, 60 years old. So you may learn something from this conversation, and it'll be a chance for us all to share how you grow your business, what you're looking to do for yourself personally. We all know we're working so hard, and we want to talk a little bit about personal and professional growth. So Joni and I will be joining Ken on Wednesday night for the think tank. And the one other thing I will say about Jesse, who is Joni's partner for the breakout session, and will also be teaching a session on Friday. Jesse started with our team as an attendee at CruiseWorld when he was new in the business. I met Jesse walking through the halls at CruiseWorld one year, and he's since become a CruiseWorld star. He came back to CruiseWorld as a star a few years later. He then came to GTM, which is one of our one-to-one appointment events. And Jesse was eventually on our board at Global Travel Marketplace. He is a bright light in this industry. He's a great resource to learn from, loves what he does, loves his business. So I'm really excited to have him as a speaker this year. So Joni, thank you for making that happen. All right, so
Thank you.
pitch.
I'm excited too.
He's great, right? I know. All right,
Yeah,
so
he's awesome.
let's take you through Pitch Perfect. This is another unique thing that we do at CruiseWorld. Our general sessions, when suppliers want to come and be on stage and talk at the general sessions, we want to make sure that the answers that you're hearing, the messages that you're getting are important to your business. It's not just a sales pitch. So we started this several years ago and we saw that the river cruise market was growing so much, but the advisors weren't really sure how to qualify their clients. Which line is best for my customer? How do I know which line to go to and what the best solution is for my client? So in each of these categories, river and small ship, group selling, luxury, and experiential, our supplier partners will be joining us on stage, but the moderators for these sessions are your peers. They're travel advisors who are in the market selling for their customers. So they're going to pitch scenarios to these suppliers so that you can kind of hear, okay, I have a couple that wants to go on a honeymoon and here's what they want to do. Pitch me, tell me why your product works. And so in each of these categories, it'll be different kinds of travelers. In the group category, it could be a family reunion that a whole large group wants to go together and they're going to pitch, these different suppliers are going to have to pitch that advisor to win the business. So you'll be able to kind of hear the nuances of the product, what clients it works for, what clients it doesn't work for. Some of these suppliers may tap out and say, you know what, I don't qualify for that product, so I'm going to pass this to another one of my partners on stage. So it's a really cool interactive way to learn. So throughout the 3 days, you'll see different versions of these Pitch Perfects, and your peers, the travel advisors, will be the folks asking the questions of our suppliers. So experiential will continue to grow. We've actually changed that topic based on some requests from our advisors, which is why we're still filling that. So as you go to the to that QR code and look at the program, that will continue to grow. That particular panel is still building. And I've mentioned throughout my conversation with you folks today, all the different executive leaders that will be joining us. This is a sampling of who's been confirmed because I want you to understand that at CruiseWorld, these leaders, the CEOs of all 3 major cruise lines, the executive team from the presidents of all 3 major publicly held companies, the EVPs and the VPs of marketing at all these companies will be joining into the CruiseWorld General Session stage because they know how important you are to their business. So these are just some examples of the people that will be joining us, but you can see here every single one of these folks is an executive in our industry coming because they know how important you are to our business. One of the marquees of CruiseWorld for as many years as I can remember is our Masterminds panel. This is the chance for you to see the people that tell your story with inside these big cruise lines. They're the ones that are your champions in the travel industry, talking to the leadership at their companies about how important the travel advisor business is. They're going to take the stage together, and we're going to have some fun conversations together about the what they're doing in their industry to support you, what new initiatives are happening or on the plate for them, and we're going to have a little fun. You're going to get to know them as people, and that's something that's always been really fun to me. So on that panel, we'll have all the major brands represented, the names that you all know really, really well. The Vicky Freeds, the Katinas, the John Terneskis, Rob Coleman from Holland America, Adolfo from Carnival Cruise Lines, Corinne McNutt from MSC Cruises, everyone that you want to hear from that's really Carmen. How can I not forget Carmen Roy from Princess Cruises? So great, great group that'll be joining us on stage for that. And then really and truly, this is the heart of it, the peer-to-peer sessions, when you learn from your fellow travel advisors. We launched these sessions maybe 6 or 7 years ago because travel advisors told us they wanted to really learn from each other. Anyone that leads a peer-to-peer session is someone we know personally. They've either been on our GTM board, they've been on our Future Leaders board, they've been at events with us at CruiseWorld, and we know that their stories are true, that they're going to share with you some real success stories and help you grow your business. There are sessions here for people who are 20 years in the business. There are sessions here for people who are 3 years in the business, sessions here for people who are brand new. So we've tried to diversify the opportunities here so that you can really craft a schedule for yourself. So if you look at the first one, not everybody is ready to sell the MICE market, the meetings and incentive market, but many of you are looking to grow that piece of your business. That's a very high level session that will be shared this year. 5 keys to growing your travel business, That's something that almost everybody can benefit from. The important role travel advisors play in society, that is a really cool session that kind of looks at why you do what you do and how the consumer looks at that for you. Travel advisors and how the law matters. That session gets sold out every year because you know what? You don't really know what you don't know. There are legal ramifications to what you sell and how you work with your customers. So that will be an attorney and a panel of advisors kind of talking about the challenges they face from a legal perspective. Cross-selling and upselling, mastering the art of selling luxury travel. We all know how important the luxury market is and how much that is growing. And there's many, many more topics as well. Again, you can scan that QR code to get a full rundown of all the peer-to-peer sessions. These are some of the people that will be leading these sessions. So you may know them, you may not, but I promise you by the end of CruiseWorld, you will, and you'll have a ton of respect for them. And right there is Jesse Morris, Joni's partner in crime now. So you can see all of these folks are people that we work very, very closely with. I have a tremendous amount of faith in, and many of them have been, as I said, on our boards. If any of you don't know Danny Ganung's business, Hard Travel, he grew that entire business on YouTube, and it is incredibly successful. He started with YouTube videos on cruise, and he's done YouTube videos on all-inclusives, and he's going to take the audience through his YouTube experience. But each of these folks, Jill LaBarre is going to lead a panel that has only $1 million producers on it. So if you're trying to figure out how to get over that $1 million hump, there'll be people on that panel, all of whom have gotten there, and they'll share their stories with you. So each of these folks is going to take the stage on Friday. The schedule is up on our website now. You can take a look and start building your thoughts of where you want to go and what you want to learn. But what's even more important here is that Holland America is our sponsor for these sessions. So Holland America is paying for us to record all of the sessions. So if you come to that schedule and you say, I want to go to all of them, which happens a lot with these peer-to-peer sessions, you will be able to watch the rest of them on recordings. They'll all be recorded. The PowerPoints will be available for you. So you can carve out the schedule that makes the most sense live and watch the rest of them in post-event. We have a code specific to Joni's partners here today. So if you want to come and join us at CruiseWorld, if you use the code HBTA when you book, you'll get a $25 discount because Joni is such a good partner to us. So that we hope that we see you join us at CruiseWorld. And Joni, I've been talking a lot, so maybe we should bounce to, are there any questions from the audience?
All right, sounds like a plan, right, Pat? Great presentation, though. I mean, you know, I've been to all of them, and now you got me excited again. Like, how do you do that? You just have this spirit that gets everybody so excited. So I've had a number of people here say how excited they are. Somebody asked the question, can you talk a little bit about the STAR program?
Yes, I'd be happy to talk about the STAR program. The reason we didn't include the STAR program is because we are currently full on the STAR program.
Okay.
We had a record number of applications this year, so we actually have a wait list right now for the STAR program. But what that is an opportunity for us to kind of share and help contribute to the development and growth of our travel advisor partners. At the North Star Travel Group, we're really committed to making the investment in helping to grow the business of our travel advisors, because you guys are the lifeblood of what we do as an organization. And so we fund, as a STAR advisor, people apply. I think we had more than 700-800 applications for what is legitimately 200 spots. So there are quite a few folks on the wait list, but we help fund the investment for the STAR attendees. So you get hotel and registration as a complimentary from us. We fund that, and then you get appointments on site on virtual appointments. Thank you. I have somebody here helping to correct me when I make a mistake. Virtual appointments with our partners ahead of time, and so it's an opportunity to get a little bit more in depth at the event. But this year, if you've applied and you haven't heard yet, you will hear soon. We're just finalizing that. We just know that we have enough applications. But if you come this year to CruiseWorld and you use that discount, you'll get a little bit of a discount and you'll see it. And you can sit and talk with our STAR team to learn a little bit more about it and apply early next year, and hopefully we can get you in next year.
Okay, perfect. And somebody asked a question kind of along with that, which was when the stars that had applied would be notified, and you just answered that. So I just want to make sure that everybody's aware that maybe haven't been notified yet.
Yep, within the next 2 weeks, everybody will be notified.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right. And somebody else asked a question about the accommodations. And I know that There's two hotels across the street from the convention center. I know the new hotel at the convention is not ready yet, but can you give a little information about which hotel they should possibly look to book, and are there discounts for the agents that attend?
I think if you go to the website under, what's the category, guys, that it's under? It's under travel. If you go on the website under travel, that's the best way, because then you can see the properties. They're both local properties and what's available there. So it's, I believe,
Okay.
the hotel.
I think it's a Hilton, right? And then there's also a
Oh, there's a couple. The
Renaissance
Hilton
or something.
Renaissance. I have Jimena here with me to help answer that question. She'll give us the list of properties.
Okay, perfect. All right. Anybody else have any other questions? I'm not seeing any more coming through here. Look, I think you've answered them all, but a lot of people are really excited about the list of executives that are going to be there, which is very impressive. I'm always astounded that they all want to be there to talk to you guys.
I will say this about the executives. I think we undersell the value of the people that get on that general session stage, because the fact that all three major CEOs, all the cruise line presidents, all the tour operator executives, destination leadership come there is because they know how important the travel advisor business is. If you're sitting in that audience and you're hearing from these folks, you should be sharing it with your customers, because here's how important I am. I'm this important that the CEO of these publicly held companies are on that stage because they want my business. And you know, before anybody else does, what their plans are, because they're sharing things from that general session stage that you're not going to read in the newspapers. You're not going to read in Travel Weekly even until after this event happens. So I really encourage you to see the value in all of these different suppliers that are there sharing their messages with you. The other thing, Joni, and just because we didn't talk about it, and you know, the host and consortia relationships are so important, Joni, to what you do, and you know how valuable those are. We also have these general session conversations called TW Talks, and those are some of the host agency leadership folks. And they're not up there to sell you. They're up there to kind of share some thought leadership with you. I'm going to give them all a specific assignment, a specific topic to tackle, but they get up there and you get to know who they are as a person, kind of what makes them tick. And you know, guys, you own your own businesses. You run your business. So you can decide, listening to somebody, is that somebody I want to do business with? Is that somebody I'm connected to? And that's what the value of all these executives are to me, Joni. Like Joni and I have known each other a long time. We know we like to work together. Some people you don't, and that's okay too. But,
yeah, it's true. This is true. Yeah, I think that just a comment about some of the executives. I always, I'm astounded. You know, it's getting closer to the holiday period, right? When it takes place, it's before the holidays, but you know, people are busy and they've got new ships coming out and all these crazy things to go on in their world. They're busy people, these folks, and to think that they all always make sure that they are there at CruiseWorld and have that on their calendar, I think is pretty impressive in itself. So, needless to say, folks, if you're on this call and you've not yet been to a CruiseWorld, you need to make it happen. It's the best show there is, period. And if you've been before, you already know that. And somebody just wrote in here, Patty just wrote, always a great show, conference to attend. All of the industry contacts are impressive and important, but so is the networking. And she's so right. The networking with your peers is so valuable. Just sitting at a meal function, you know, before the speaker begins and talking to the folks around you is probably one of the best things you can do. But everybody is excited about this, Mary Pat. We're getting people saying what an energetic presentation. Obviously, they haven't seen you and I on stage. It's a scary thing.
Unfortunately, folks, this is me without being plied with alcohol or anything else to keep me hyper. But honestly, this is an event I love, because the energy level, if you just need a boost, you know, you've been working really hard and you just need to remember why you love what you do. That's what happens here. I see people just kind of having a great time, enjoying each other's company, learning from each other, and that's what it's all about. That's why I can't wait to get there. It's really the highlight of the year for me. So I'm excited to get back to our hosts at Visit Lauderdale and be down there, and I hope to see all of you there. And please use that code to get credit for being one of Joni's folks here, and please join us at CruiseWorld this year. We'd love to have you.
And on that note, Mary Pat, I want to thank you so much for doing this, and to let folks know that if you want to hear it again, you just want to hear our craziness again, you're more than welcome to do so, because we have recorded this. And everyone who has been registered for this event will get a link probably by tomorrow with how to go ahead and view this again if they want to, see the presentation and hear it again. So that's great. And then one more quick question, and then I'm going to close out. Okay. If the cruise ship viewing is sold out, is there a waiting list?
Amanda, we do have a waiting list. Yes.
Yes, we have a waiting
Okay.
list.
All right. Perfect.
At the registration email. And
Yeah. So there's a registration. Is it registration at CruiseWorldShow.com? No. Registration at, all right, so what's the registration email? Hang on, we're gonna get it for you. But yes, you can email
Okay,
them
no,
at-
that's perfect.
and then we'll get you that email. Hang on one sec.
Registration at NTM LLC.
Oh, we're changing that soon. It's registration at N as in Nancy, T as in Thomas, M as in Michael, LLC.com, NTMLLC.com. If you send an email there, when you put in your request, Jimena will put you on the wait list. And folks, there's still some great ships there. So
yeah, absolutely. And one other question, and you may have answered this, and they're just asking it again just to be sure. Are the sessions open now to sign up for, or?
Yes, they are. And you don't, yeah, that's another point. I love Jimena, she's whispering, she can talk to me. So you don't actually need to sign up, but we love it because it gives us a little bit of an idea in terms of demand so that we know if one session's gonna have 300 people in it, we have enough seats in the right room. But you're not required, you can switch when you get there. You may make a new bestie at breakfast on Thursday morning and you wanna go where they're going on Thursday afternoon, that's fine. You can switch it up. It's really just to give us a feel for it so you don't have to. And I'm just realizing one of the things we didn't mention that happens is at the very end of Cruise World, Princess Cruises will debut a mosaic that has been built from pictures and contributions provided by all of our attendees for the couple of days that we're there. And then they're going to invite you all to a really fun closing cocktail reception. So at 3:15 on Friday, we all get to toast together on all the fun stuff we've learned and hang out with Carmen and the team at Princess. And it's a really great way to end this event. So even though I didn't mention it, we also offer free drinks at the end of the event, which is fun for everybody.
Which is always good. Yes, that's always a positive. So always a positive if you drink. If not, it's still a positive to be there. So I do want to just say, first of all, Mary Pat, thank you again. And everybody that's on here today, all the agents that came on, thank you so much. We had a great turnout today. And I really hope that we're going to see a lot of you there. And then I'm going to end it on this final note from our friend, Mary Pat, that you know, I'm sure, Neil Miller. And Neil wrote, "Go to Cruise World 2024, learn and sell and grow." Thank you, Neil. Perfect way to end the presentation.
Neil at Cruise World. Oh, and Joni, we just need to get the list, and then our team will get together and we'll send out emails to those that won the free registration. Guys, are we going to do that by the end of today? Or yeah, we're going to do it by the end of today. So if you've won free registration, you'll hear from us today. And you can always reach out to our registration email if you have any follow-up questions. And we hope to see all of you at Cruise World. Thank you for spending some time with us today. And Joni, my friend, thank you.
And I'll see you soon, Mary Pat. Can't wait.
See you all in November, guys.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you.